Most gurus are selling you a dream and not the reality. I've been there, done that. I understand how it works. I've been on the same path you have as well, which is probably why you're watching this video. My real estate team that I run, Wholesaling Real Estate Group, had a $1.5 billion in real estate transactions over the past few years. Yes, billion for B. One of the top agents and team leaders in the entire country as well. And I've done it all. I've been doing businesses for over a decade now. I've seen these gurus. I've been down the paths. I'm going to save you guys hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've invested and spent over the past few years and over a decade of your life doing the wrong decisions. Because there's so many fluff out there on what to do, what not to do, this strategy, that strategy, when it comes to doing real estate. Now, this is probably one of the biggest guru space out there because real estate has been around for centuries. It's one of the oldest business models to date. Which is why there's so many gurus on that point, because you make a lot of money. You know, they say that 90% of millionaires have real estate. Now, gurus say that 90% of millionaires did so through real estate, which is true for most people. Sometimes, though, they bought real estate after they got rich. And I'm going to break down today in this video how to actually get wealthy and rich in all society, actually doing it the correct way, and save you tons of time and money. Again, you know who I am. My name is Jordan Super. I am one of the co-founders with my wife, Elite Real Estate Group, doing $1.5 billion in real estate transactions over the past few years with our team. And I've seen all the things firsthand from my super successful clients, from new investors, good investors, builders, developers, you name it. I have a firsthand interaction and I help my clients lifetime every single day get the best results as fast as possible. Now, I would say one of the biggest myths or gurus' white lies is that cash flow is king. We hear that from so many people, and I don't name names in this video, but you probably have a few people that pop up in your mind that's going to be who I'm speaking of more often than not. Cash flow is great. Now, when I built my team, 5 years ago, my wife and I was mostly doing cash flow from our team, which is still a business, so a little bit more than we would from real estate. But even then, I had no control of my destiny, of my current livelihood. Because let's say you do cash flow, which is great, but here's the thing. One, most gurus will oversimplify what it really looks like making cash flow. Now, they're all people who are making $500, $1,000, $2,000, $10+ a month from their properties. Now, the higher money is going to be out of luxury real estate, which is one. Most of my clients are luxury, so if you can't afford that, it's a possibility. But here's the thing. Everything in life has a gap, and it also has a equal proportion. Now, if you're brand new against real estate and you're buying a home, you should expect to profit $100 to $200 per month. I have a point with this. Because in the beginning, the $100 to $200 a month is not a lot of money to you more often than not. But if it is, that's great. That means you can have that income coming to you. Now, my luxury clients who make multiple 6 to 7, 8+ 9 figures, making an extra $10K per month is not a lot of money. That's what I mean. It scales in proportions. Now, this is why most gurus have it wrong. They say you can get into real estate investing within 1 to 3 years, you can retire, live on the beach, and have fun. Now, the math, though, behind that is you have maintenance costs, you have vacancy, you have managing your tenants, managing property managers, you have repairs, toilets, termites, tenants. All the 3 T's are happening every single day. Now, this may sound counterintuitive for those who see me, because like, wow, he's a real estate agent and he's selling us
the dark side of real estate.
But because I want this to be a super raw video, I want people to be super rich and wealthy, and I know if I can teach you the best strategies to truly create wealth, we can work together as agent and client to get the best results as fast as possible. So for my biggest savings for my client this year on this market was $362,000 on one house. It was a 1.2, got for $850. Another client of mine, we sold the house for us $150,000+ within 2 days, outperforming every single home in a mile radius by 3 times as much. And we've broken records in a 5-mile radius when it comes to selling. Using our elite selling central system, we get the best price out of buying or selling. Now, this is why I share this information with you guys, to be super raw, authentic, and show you guys the real realities of what it looks like to invest in real estate, the pitfalls, the hang-ups, the highs, the lows, everything. Full transparency for you guys. You deserve to have an informed decision. And if I knew this stuff a decade ago, I'd be 10 times more successful. And I'm going to save you so much time and money on this. So the first big myth is going to be cash flow. When you buy real estate, you're not buying for cash flow more often than not. If you are, you're probably not buying in a place like Austin, Texas, where I'm at right now. In Austin, you're buying for appreciation. Now, I have friends that buy properties in like Jackson, Mississippi, that are cash flowing 2, 3, 4K per month on a home that costs them like $200K or $100K. That is great returns. Like, you can make massive cash flow opportunities, but you're playing a different game. Now, you could buy 5 of those in a year or 1 to 3 years and have good income coming to you, and still, after all said and done, pay for repairs, your property managers, so forth, and management. But the thing is, it still takes quite a bit of those to have true wealth, like a lot of wealth. Now, the downside to that is, though, the market can change, or what also can happen is that you have no appreciation. That same market my friend talked about, he told me that in 10 years, I think equity has went down a little bit, not up, which is almost unheard of. Because normally in real estate, you will see a 1.5 to 2x increase in your home value every 7 to 10 years. Meaning, if I bought a home this year in Texas for $500,000 or for $1 million, next year it's to be worth 1.7 to $2 million house now in 10 years from now, based on what's going on in our market. The most prices in Austin will appreciate by 7 to 15% per year on average. So you can see how fast that can scale up. And that's what you're buying for. You're buying for the appreciation, for equity arbitrage, more than pretty soon. That is a whole goal of real estate investing. But a lot of people make it seem like you're gonna have this huge return, and not only the cash flow part, but you have people who teaching you sub 2, for example, kind of naming names there, which is also another myth. So myth number 2 is going to be the sub 2 strategies, or your sub 2 wraps, which is saying, I bought this property through someone's name with no banks involved, but what you're really doing is you're just taking over the house, and the loan is still in the people's name. Now, when the house is paid off in 20 or 30 years, then you own it. And then you can use the equity. But before that, the equity is not yours. And if you can access it, it's way more hoops for you to do so. And again, cash flow is not the king. You want appreciation. Appreciation is the real king. I would say that cash flow is like the queen of it. And again, there's 5 ways to make money in real estate on one thing. You have cash flow, you have appreciation, you have depreciation, you have equity, you have to have people pay down your loans for you. Those are the huge things for us, and why it's so important and valuable to have these kind of assets. Now, when we have that myth though, your ROI is really important. Let's say you buy a house in Austin for $1 million and you have a 20% down payment, that's $200,000. At that price point, let's say you make $6K per month, which is $72K in a year. Now, by itself, your return is pretty good. You know, you spent $200,000, make $72K back in a year. That means in like 2.5 years, it's paid off full. You repaid yourself and made your capital back from that initial investment. not including management, tenants, repairs, all those things. Just be a super static world. You have all those things for you now. Now we add in the extra caveat though, appreciation. That's when things get interesting. Now again, you're only cash flowing even at that 7K per month, probably around a couple $100 a month. So see, I'll show you the math right now, and my guy will also upload it for you too on the screen. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. But if I am buying a property at $1 million for my investment, and we have no concessions, it's a regular 4.5% interest rate or 5% interest rate, 10% down, you're gonna see my math breakdown is I'm gonna be paying $7K per month, and then $260 at 20% down. You have closing costs and so forth, also involved in that. Not a myth that all you need is down payment. You need more than down payment as well. Get the best price for your house. I'm gonna say I'm $260 out, and if I can cash flow $80,000 a year from that, I made money because I made it back. You know, I'm still paying for my mortgage on top of that. But that's how it being excluded. If I rent my house out for $7,500 a month, which is gonna be possible, tough but possible, that means you're netting around $200 per month in like free cash flow. And the same math applies. $2 a month will not get you financial freedom, which is one of the biggest myths I see all the time. They get all these rentals. If I need to make $10K per month, I need a lot of properties. At $100 a thing, I need 100 properties. 100 different properties make me $10K per month at $100 per door. Or if I'm making $200 per door, I need 50 properties. That's a lot of homes. Not including down payment. The down payment for those houses also a lot as well. Even if you do the sub 2 strategy and you pay nothing out of pocket, more or less for the most part, you'll still spend some money. And 2, to acquire that many properties as a brand new person or even a savvy investor like yourself, takes some time. Now again, you could buy homes in Mississippi Jackson and net $2K a month. You need 5 homes now to do that. You still need down payments, you still need stuff as well involved. That's one strategy. That's myth number 1. Now again guys, if you get value from this video so far, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share this to your friends as well. I make videos every single week, live once a week as well, answering your questions, breaking down all things real estate, marketing, psychology, entrepreneurship, and so much more. My team done $1.5 billion in real estate transactions for the past few years. One of the top teams as well in the country. And I love helping people. I want you to be super rich and wealthy, and hopefully we can work together as well. If you want help as well for buying or selling, down below, send me a DM or book a free call with me right now. Next myth number 1 though is going to be getting rich off of cash flow. If I spend $100K to make $2.4K positive, it's not the biggest return in my life. I can do so many different things to make massive returns. This is why I'm doing appreciation arbitrage, which is more that pretty soon to be made or have titled, because that is the real play. I'm not buying for cash flow. You're buying for appreciation, for equity, for long-term wealth. And a lot of people, gurus, number 2 I would say, is that you've been told a lie from these gurus saying that passive income is everything. I did passive income, and I like active income more. I can make $50,000, $100,000+ per month in my business, if not way more, and that is way more exciting to me than making a couple $1,000 per month in passive income. I can do way more with 50, 100K plus per month for my business that I run than I can from doing 2, 3, 4K per month for my properties, my team, and so forth. So get outside of the prospect of passive income. 1, nothing's passive. So that's number 2 myth. There's no such thing as passive income. I still need to talk to the property managers, the agents, the contractors, the tenants sometimes. I gotta find the property, talk to it, make the money to buy the property, which is also in itself an active activity. Active income should always be something that you do. If you look at billionaires, Jeff Bezos, who retired recently, kind of back in business, he makes billions of dollars. And his passive income is his company, because it's now an asset he has, plus his properties as well, and makes some money, but he's still working every single day on his business. Elon Musk works 80 plus hours weeks, if not more, on his business, making billions. Because at the end of the day, passive income can be so far, and the goal of investing, the myth I'm gonna unveil for you guys, that people tell you all the time, is that passive income, work an hour a day, and be super happy, is a lie. I'm sorry to break it to you. I know. But this is about being transparent and raw with you, and helping you get the best results as fast as possible. Active income is huge. Find a way out of your job or your side hustle, make it a real hustle, or your skill set to make as much money as possible. For me, the best skills you can learn, this kind of caveat of myths, are going to be marketing, /branding, and sales, which is also communication. Learn those two skills in the beginning, you can take over your marketplace. And then eventually, you learn leadership and other things, delegations and systems and all the other things you want to do. But the beginning of things is marketing / branding and sales. Those two things, you can have huge income months. It's super simple. Find a problem and then solve it. Now, that's myth number 2. Passive income is not everything. You want active income. Your passive income is more of a safeguard for your active income. You make a lot of money, you pull that money into vehicles, cryptocurrencies, real estate. Again, I am obviously a real estate agent, so you can probably tell that my interest is more aligned to doing real estate. And that's what I know, what I help my clients do every single day. But I will add that I don't think there's anything right or wrong investment strategy. For the most part, you should pick what's best for you. I do think you should own real estate. And despite all these myths, I have a bright side for you too, coming up pretty soon. So make sure you stay to the end to see the bright side of all these things and what actually works today. So that's number 2. And then the next one is going to be number 3, which is flipping is the best solution. It's easy money. I have a client right now that, despite me finding the property way below market value, like we got them for a client, we have the house we bought for them, the lowest price home sold in like a 2-mile radius. So like it should have been a grand slam dunk for them for profit. But here's the thing, even if you don't need money down, there's all ways to do that. You need tons of ways to buy houses with no money down. Over here, the whole video breaks that down for you. Again, I believe that you can do it, but it's the active income job. Which I did before, as they say, active income is big. If that's your goal, you should do them. Now, the goal is not to be 1 or 2 a year. It's to be like 1 or 10 to 20 per year if you can, and making 20, 40, 50, 100 plus K on per transaction. But the problem is, with these people, for example, they use a contractor that said don't use this person, and they did it anyway because they had to, because contractors were expensive for the good ones, and he did a terrible job. We sold the house for them within the first couple of weeks and broke records still, somehow, in that area of using our strategies for selling properties. Because we reached probably 200 million people in the first week or so of listing the house. Again, I'm a TV show host for a 3-time Emmy-nominated TV show, American Dream. It's on HGTV, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and so forth. PR, ads, marketing, videos, and so forth. We reach a lot of people for our clients. Almost any home we have, we will sell it. But our ARV for this house is way higher than it got for, because the contractor did a terrible job and left a lot of minor details off the records and skipped corners. And because of that, when the buyer got the house, they asked for a lot of concessions because the report for the inspection came back super long. Despite me doing a pre-inspection, they found more stuff because they only did 1 instead of 2. Whole thing about later on what you can do for selling houses. But because of that, I think they lost like 10, 20K in the first flip. Despite buying a home way below market value. It should have been a grand slam, because there's a lot of nuances for flipping. There is management of your property, there's management of the contractor, you have repairs, you have market shifts, It can change any day. It can be up one day, low the next day. I also say big loans. You can buy a home with no money. You can do EMD, earnest money being paid for other people. You can get closing costs paid for other people. You can get loans out from hard money people to pay for everything almost. But when you close on that house, you gotta pay them back. And a lot of times it's really expensive to do so. Because it's so expensive, that means that you're normally gonna make $50K on a flip. If now $30K, $20K, $10K you're making instead. So doing one of those is not a lot. So flipping is great. I think there are a lot of people in the world make a lot of money flipping homes. A lot of money. And you can do that as well. And a lot of my clients are flippers. And the people who understand the game really well and work together closely make massive returns. But you also gotta know it's not easy money. That's another big myth. Number 3, flipping is easy money. Number 4 is wholesaling. Wholesaling is not a big myth. I see it all the time. It is a strategy. I've done it before in the past as well, before I had my license as an agent. But, caveat, it's not as ethical as you would seem. That's why, as an agent, I can wholesale. I have to be super transparent with all leads and clients because I am theoretically saying, hey, your home is worth $1 million, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna buy for $900K and I'm gonna sell it to somebody else for $950. And honestly, those numbers are probably not even that realistic. It's more like your home is worth $1 million. I'm gonna have to buy it for $850. I'm gonna sell for $820, $870, or $900, and then I make $50K, and then the guy who sells it after us makes another $100K, and that's the strategy. Number 4, and awesome, I would say 97% of people wholesale legally, because without a license, you cannot be marketing the house on Facebook, on job boards, and so forth of the house address. You need a license to do that. Now, more often than not, people never catch you. Not the big of a deal, but it's technically illegal, and it's a lot harder than you think, because you have to cold call, door knock, find people, all different strategies, clients, hopefully make 10, 20, 50K per transaction. Now, I will say it is a really good strategy to make money. You have the skill for it, and you're thick-skinned. So that's myth number 4. So far we broke down 4 different myths. Number 1, the biggest myth of them all: cash flow is king. Do passive income. That's all you gotta do. I would say that you will not make a huge amount of money on rentals. Not for cash. It's for equity. More on that pretty soon. Number 2 is gonna be the same kind of thing. Don't do passive income. Instead, focus on active income. Number 3, we broke down things like wholesaling or house flipping. Number 3. And number 4 was wholesaling. And I also give add some sub 2 to that as well. Now, this is what really works though when it comes to actually doing real estate investing. And it's going to change your whole mindset and everything. And it's super simple. When you have a property, don't think about selling it. Don't think in months and years. Think in decades. If you can think in decades, you will always make money in real estate. That's the secret. This whole video can be condensed at one little section. Buy real estate and hold. It's like buying cryptocurrency. Have your diamond hands and keep it as long as you can. If you do that, you make massive money. And you can do things that we called and coined is appreciation arbitrage. Appreciation arbitrage. That is the secret. If I can buy a property and hold that property for as long as I can pull out equity and still make money every year and can transfer that equity into more properties. That's the secret. If I have a home for $1 million and increases by 10%, that means if I have my down payment of $200K plus the 10% it's got, I now have $300,000 by year 1. I can pull out of that house 70 to 90% of it, based on who you talk to, if you're a loan officer, and pull that house into a new property. Now, what's nice is, not only did I use my house as my bank, it also means that my equity is not gone. I just transferred it from this house to another house. That's all that happened. So you still have it as well. I'm just literally transferring wealth. And that is the real way to make wealth and money in real estate. All the biggest people in the world that's what they do. If I am competing against somebody who is doing rentals and just doing cash flow, or doing sub 2, who have no equity and just doing cash flow, especially that kind of people, or that kind of marketing strategy, that kind of people, that marketing strategy, I'm gonna win way more. I can then put my equity and buy more properties. And again, the goal is not cash flow. The cash flow is not important to me because you should be focused on active income the whole time you're doing this. I can pull out this equity. I want to live off of some of it for a profit. You should make profit every time you do this. But also, I can use that now to buy more and more properties. And I can go from a single family home to a multi-family home to commercial, hotels, and so forth. It's like playing Monopoly, but in real life. That is the secret and the goal of what really works. If I were to not be a real estate agent doing over $1 billion in transactions with my team, and I was just trying to play it safe, that's what I would do. Here's your perfect plan. Find a skill that can make you big money. Either working at a job, doing in sales, being a real estate agent, wholesaling, flipping. Again, those things work. Just know it's not going to be easy. That's the big myth behind this. It's not easy, but it does make money. I'm going to find a skill. I'll make a business that makes me lots of money. I'm going to live below my means. Number 2, I'm going to buy a house using an FHA loan, which is a first-time home owner's loan. Allows me to put down 3.5 to 10% down on the house. From there, I can save more money, buy this house, live for 2 years, and house hack it. So if I can, or if I'm lucky, buy a duplex, buy a quadplex. Because even though a first-time FHA loan is for single-family homes, multi-family up to 4 counts for that too. So I'm gonna buy one of these houses, live in it, and rent out other units or other rooms. When I was 19 or 20, I think, when I was 20, I did that on my house. I had a house in Kansas, cost me $30,000. Super cheap though, so imagine the down payment for that. It was like nothing. My monthly payments was like $300 a month, $360. So I would then have roommates, had 2 or 3 of them, 2 roommates, and I charged each of them like $600 per month to live there. So I was netting like, $900 per month. You add in expenses, other stuff, probably around $400 per month in cash flow that I was getting from that. That making me rich, and that was my strategy. Now, if I was me now, I've been doing way differently, but that's how I do. I would house hack the house. I would wait a year or 2, I'd pull up my equity, and then buy a bigger house. And then I would move out of that house into a new property and repeat the same process over and over again. But full on, 1 home is 2 homes, 2 homes is 4 homes, 4 homes is 8 homes, 8 homes is 1 multifamily, 1 multifamily is a bigger multifamily, and how you still tap some real wealth. Before long, you can have enough equity plays and 1031 exchanges that allows you to have true income for active and for wealth. That's the game I would do going back. And again, thinking in decades, not months. There's an appreciation arbitrage. I'm going to pull out as much money as I can, as often as I can, to enter more properties and make massive wealth. Again, this is the big myths I see that most gurus are telling you every single day. Don't fall for the traps. Making wealth, being successful is hard. It takes years. There's no way around it. But you will learn too many skills by doing that. If you have the mindset of knowing that it'll take you years to do it, it's way easier. If you think it'll take you a month or 2 to make a lot of money, you get discouraged. But if you know you have 1 to 5 years, honestly I would say 3 to 7 years of deep work, you'll know that's going to be really hard. You can change your life in a year though. Your whole life can change way faster than you know, but bank on 3 years. Give it 3 years. Try this for 3 years. Put your head down. Don't listen to the gurus. Listen to people like me who have no incentive and no programs. I'm not selling anything else besides houses. I like your agents. So my interests and our values are aligned. This is the key. And by doing that, if you do appreciation arbitrage, think long term, make a lot of income, pull that into assets, and then do appreciation arbitrage by leveraging equity, you will have a huge portfolio, lots of wealth, and cash flow as well eventually in a decade from now. And you can totally have full freedom. That is the whole video, guys. Thanks for watching this. Again, if you subscribe, like this channel, and if you need help buying or selling real estate in all 50 states and 27 countries, down below, send me a DM or book me a free call. Have help you as much as I can. Again, I'm one of the top agents in the country. My team has done $1.5 billion in real estate transactions over the past few years. Helping bless you every single day with the best results as fast as possible. And heroes are changing lives and changing the world. I'll see you soon.